Hello everyone, welcome to English World, and this is Jafar Bhaiya with you today. And in this lesson, I'm going to talk about Duolingo English Test. So before starting the session, I would like to tell you one thing. Those who are new in this channel, please don't forget to subscribe our channel and please press the bell icon so that you can get to know all the new videos. So now let's dive into the main session. First question that simply comes in our mind, that is, what is Duolingo English Test? Well, Duolingo English Test is an English proficiency test which consists of 4 skills like speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Another thing that I want to inform you that due to the COVID-19 in all over the world, most of the universities are accepting the Duolingo English Test. So it is the high time for you to take this test to get your student permit. So now let's go for the next question. Now I'm going to make you clear about the exam details, like how the exam will be taken and how much time there will be and how much you will have to pay for that and what is the overall mark of it. Well, as you can see in the screen, like Duolingo exam details is modules, like modules you have to deal with the 4 modules like speaking, listening, reading, and writing, as I told you earlier in my previous slide. So the next one is time, and the time will be for almost 1 hour. That means you have to deal with your exam for 1 hour, and your exam will be conducted by 1 hour. That means within 1 hour your exam will be conducted and finished as well. And the type is, it's pretty simple, it's online based, so you can take the exam wherever and whenever you want. It's very simple to get the exam and to participate in the exam by just sitting at your home. So another one is the exam fees, that is very much cheaper in terms of Duolingo English Test, that is only $49. But in terms of other exams like your IELTS, PDE, TOEFL, you have to spend more than $200. So in that case, just see, this Duolingo English Test is pretty much cheaper than the other competitive exams. So I will highly recommend you to go for the Duolingo exam, Duolingo English Test now, because it is the high time for you to go for this exam. Another most important thing of this test, that is the marking criteria. So you may have some questions how they mark or how they do their marking process. Well, they have basically overall 160 marks. So generally it is said that most of the universities require more than 100. Some universities will ask for 120, some universities will ask for 115 or 130 or something like that. So our students are getting a very good mark in the Duolingo test, and one of our students got 135 and another one achieved 140, and our other students also achieved a very good mark. So our students are getting a very good mark in this Duolingo exam test because we provide the quality materials, we provide the quality techniques for them to get a good score. So this is the exam procedure, and this is how your exam will be conducted. So now I'm going to move into the next step, that is, who can take the exam? This is another question, and this is a very frequent question that I usually get from all of our students. Like, there are so many people who are just calling us, like they're asking for who can take the exam. The answer is, in one word, everybody can participate in this competitive exam, but you have to bear in mind that this test is only for your academic purpose. For example, if you are looking for studying abroad, you can utilize the certificate of the Duolingo English Test. However, this test cannot be used to apply for immigration, as it is only accepted for academic purpose. So now I'm going to make you clear about this issue actually. Well, in one word, everybody can join over here. There is no strict rules and regulations. You can just join no matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you are a student or you are an employee or you are a professional. It doesn't matter. But the thing is that it is Duolingo English Test is just only accepted for the academic purpose. That means those who are trying to study abroad, in that case, they can utilize this certificate. I mean, it will be just accepted for your academic purpose. Another significant step that I'm going to share with you, that is the setup of the exam. I mentioned earlier that our exam will be for almost 1 hour. So this 1 hour is divided into different sectors. The next step, that is quick setup. That means there will be given 5 minutes for you to set up all of your equipments properly. For example, they will give you an opportunity to check out your speakers, to to check out your microphones and whether you can record yourself or not. So this kind of things you have to check it up within 5 minutes. So after doing all the things, they will go for the your main exam, that is adapted test, or we can say the full test here, and this test will be for 45 minutes. So our exam, our main exam will be for 45 minutes, only for 45 minutes. So let's see a graded section that evaluates your reading, writing, speaking and listening skills. So that means in these 45 minutes you will have to deal with your reading questions, writing, speaking and listening skills. Next step, that is the video interview. Well, after completing this 45 minutes, they will give you 10 minutes for the video interview, and this is our next step, like an undergraded section that records your answers to open-ended questions. That means there will be a video interview with someone else from their side, and there will be some questioning and answering session, and you will have to answer those questions, and those questions answer will be recorded. Another question that I usually get from you guys, that why should I take Duolingo English Test? Well, the first answer will be, the first reason is that it's very convenient. It means that take the test online anywhere. I told you earlier that. So another frequent question that I usually get from you guys, that why Duolingo English Test? Well, it's very convenient. It's very convenient. So I'm going to tell you why it's very convenient for all of you. So take the test online anywhere. That means you don't need to go to any exam center. You can just take this exam by sitting at your home, and also you can take the exam anytime, whenever you want. For example, there will be chance for you to choose your time, that when you want to take your exam and which date you will pick up. So it's completely up to you that which time you will pick it up. When you go for registration, you will have those kind of opportunities to pick up your time. So here is no any strict rules and regulations for the time. That means there is no any strict time. So there is no any specific time that you have to go for the exam for this time or something like that. Okay. And another thing is that no traveling to a test center or appointment needed. That means you don't need to get any appointment for that. You can just like give your exam by sitting at your home. So this is the one that it's very convenient for you. Like you can give the exam by sitting at your home. And another reason why you will go for the Duolingo English Test, that is it's very fast. That means it is very fast for taking your exam. For example, get your results within 48 hours of completing the test and share it with anyone immediately. That means after giving your exam, there will be just only 48 hours. That means 2 days. Within 2 days, you will get your test result, and also you can share this test result with anyone, with any organization, with your preferable university immediately. So here is another one, because in terms of IELTS and PD and the TOEFL, you have to wait for some days. But here you will get your result sheet within a very short time. So in that case, you can say it is a very faster one to take the exam and to complete the exam. And another worth mentioning reason why you will go for the Duolingo English Test, that is it's very affordable. Like receive your score and interview for only $49 that I mentioned earlier, that you'll have to spend only $49 for completing this test, while most other certification tests cost over $200. For example, your IELTS, PT and TOEFL exam. So in that case, this one is very much reasonable for you and very affordable as well. So the next thing that you have to do is to keep a suitable environment for giving the test. For example, as you will give the exam online from your home, make sure you have all the equipment required to take the test, so you can take the test hassle-free. That means like once you sit for your exam, please make sure that all the equipments which are required are very perfect for you. For example, your laptop and other equipments as well. That's why you need to have a good environment for giving your exam. And the place where you're going to take the exam, make sure that this place will be very quiet for you, so that nobody can disturb you over there. So now let's talk about the requirements of this exam, like what kind of things you must have for this exam. Well, the first requirement, your passport, driver's license, or government ID. That means you can take your exam either with your passport, your driving license, or government ID. So basically, you don't need to get worried. If you don't have any passport, you can take the exam with the driving license, or if you don't have the driving license, you can take the exam with the government ID. But I will highly recommend you to go for your exam with your passport. It's better to go for you with your passport. But those who don't have the passport, please don't get panic, because you can take your exam with your driving license and also with your government ID as well. So here is nothing to get panic about it. And the next requirement that is in our list, there is a quite well lit room. That means you have to pick up a room where the environment will be very cool and calm, and so that no one can disturb you over there, and so that you can give your 100% concentration on your exam test, as you will have to take the exam alone. And another requirement, that is 1 hour free time. That means it's a very it's another requirement for you, because you have to keep 1 hour of your free time, because during the 1 hour you cannot take any break, and also you cannot take any short break as well. So that's why you have to keep 1 hour completely free. For completely free, that you can say you need to have dedicated 1 hour for your Duolingo English test. So remember that during the exam you cannot take any kind of break. So please keep 1 hour free time for your exam. And another requirement, that is a reliable internet connection. Obviously you must have a reliable internet connection. So a reliable internet connection means that your connection should be much more better, so that it doesn't get any kind of buffering. Because while giving your exam, you need to have a good internet connection, because this exam will be conducted over online. So make sure that once you sit for your exam, make sure that your internet connection is much more better. The last requirement, that is a computer. A computer is must for taking the Duolingo English test. So remember that you can take your exam with your laptop or with your desktop as well. So let's see, we have some other requirements as well. For example, your computer should also have, that means your computer must have some specific thing as well. The first thing that your computer needs to have, that is a supported browser. That means obviously your laptop or your desktop must have Chrome or Opera. If you have like either one, like if you have Chrome, you can start your exam with this one, or if you don't have the Chrome, you can go for the Opera as well. And another requirement that your computer must have, that is a front-facing camera. I repeat, you must have a front-facing camera for your exam, because there will be a monitoring session. Like during your 1 hour exam, there will be someone who will monitor you to take the exam. So in that case, obviously your laptop or desktop must have a front-facing camera. And another requirement is a microphone. Obviously your desktop or your laptop must have a microphone, because you will have some sections where you need to record your voice. So obviously you must have a microphone with the device that you are going to take your exam. And another requirement that we need to remember is the speakers. Well, your laptop or desktop must have good speakers. There will be some listening sections where different kind of speakers will talk about different kind of words, because so in that case you have to catch up, and also you have to understand and listen to their words very carefully. In that case, your speakers are must. These are the very basic requirements that your computer must have. And remember, if you don't have any of them, in that case, you won't be allowed to take the exam, and also you won't be permitted to take the exam. So make sure before starting your exam, you have all the things, and make sure before booking up your seat, make sure that you have all the requirements filled up. So another question is, can I use my phone or other mobile device during the test? Well, answer is no. If you use your phone or other mobile device while taking the Duolingo English test, your results won't be certified, and you will be banned from taking the test again. That means you cannot use your mobile phone or any kind of device while you take your exams, make sure that you cannot use any sort of device, you cannot use any kind of headphone as well. So you have to be just alone with your exam, and also you have to just sit up with your laptop or with your computer, because you cannot take any extra gadget with you. So I think you are clear about it. And another question, that is, can I take notes during the test? Well, answer is no, you cannot take any notes. Like, see what I have written here for you. If you write or take notes while taking the Duolingo English test, your results will not be certified and you will be banned from the taking the test again. That means if you take any note, that you are not allowed to take any notes. And also you cannot just move from your seat as well, and also you cannot move your head, you cannot look at your left hand side and right hand side, and upward and the downward as well. Once you take your exam, you have to be just straightforward and to the point to your camera of your laptop or your desktop, because there will be someone who will monitor you. And once they find you are taking any note, or if they find you like you are taking any note, or if you take any notes, or if you try to take any notes, in that case you will be disqualified and your certificate will be banned as well for you. So remember that. That means you cannot take any note, that means you cannot take any notes during the test. There was a problem, like for example, if there is a problem with my test, so how do I ask for a refund? Well, there are some specific segments here as well for you. That means you can ask for the refund, but you need to maintain something. So let's see what the requirement is. If there was a problem with your test or your test result, please contact support. There will be some other thing where you can contact with the supported team, with the Duolingo test team. So you can contact with them if you have any kind of problem. Please note that you may be ineligible for a refund if you violated or did not follow any of the test rules and requirements. You can read more about our refund policy in our terms and conditions. That means you will not be able to get the refund if you violate their rules. If you break their rules. Like for example, they told you not to take any notes, but you took the notes during your exam. In that case, it means that you violated their rules. And another thing is that the requirements. If you do not maintain the rules and requirements as well, in that case, you also won't be allowed to get the refund. And also they have some other terms and conditions. So before applying for the refund, please make sure all the terms conditions are okay for you. How long do I have to take the Duolingo English test after I pay for it? Well, you have 90 days to take a test starting from your original purchase date. That means like once you purchase a date, that means you have 90 days to take your exam. That means during the 90 days you can take the exam, but after 90 days this will be disqualified, your purchase will be disqualified. So make sure that once you register for the exam, you have to go for the exam within 90 days. And then the next question is, how often can I take the Duolingo English test? You may have some questions. For example, I set for the exam, but I didn't get my result as per my desired score. So in that case, I need to sit for the exam again. So in that case, you have a chance. Let's see. You may receive certified results for up to 2 tests in 30-day period. That means you can sit for the exam 2 times in 1 month. That means 30 days. That means within 30 days you can sit for the exam 2 months, which starts on the completion date of your first certified test. If you complete a test and your results are not certified, it will not count against this. Limit. Make sure you can sit for exam 2 times in 1 month. Just remind that. Another question, how long does the Duolingo test take? I already mentioned about it, that how long that will be. The Duolingo English test takes less than an hour to complete. That means it will take just only less than an hour to complete the test. So that means it won't be long for 2 hours or 3 hours. It will be about 1 hour. And another one is, how long are my Duolingo English test results valid for? So this is another most important question that I got from so many students and from so many people as well. So results for the Duolingo English test are valid for 2 years. Like IELTS result, basically IELTS certificate or IELTS result is valid for 2 years. So like this way, your Duolingo English test will be for valid for 2 years. That means you can apply for the university within 2 years with this test result. So that means it is valid for 2 years. That's all about some basic questions that I usually get from the students, and also you may have all the questions. So in this lesson, so I talked about a couple of major questions that I usually get from the students. So I think all of you have got a very clear idea about the Duolingo English test, and now you have all the basic ideas of this test. So that's all about our topic, and I think that all of you are clear about this test. Further, if you have any kind of questions, so however, if you have any further queries or questions about Duolingo English test or any other test like IELTS, PT and TOEFL, please feel free to ask me in the comment box. Just feel free to ask me in the comment box and I will answer you within 12 hours.